Now EA Sports and the National Football League so proud to welcome you to the southeast section of Brazil and the world-renowned city of Sao Paulo. But tonight we've got a good AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the LA Chargers. Number 2 on this year's NFL schedule. Happy to have you with us. The Chiefs, the Chargers, underway from Brazil. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball. Now it's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Yellow, yellow. Go on,
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy once again.
No gain on the play.
And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Kansas City.
Motion man right is Rice. Now Mahomes. Pass complete to Royals. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Elijah Molden up to make the stop.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Mahomes going to throw. They'll get that one to Taylor complete. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he will take it all in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll dump this off to Hampton, complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Run! 5-9. Set. 80. Run!
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hampton. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, we know he can run the football, too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Second and 10.
Set. Go.
Zone read, a give to Hampton. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And it is caught. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A first red zone chance of the new season now as they come up first and goal. The play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Now you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Set.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Omarion Hampton with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Chargers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
And Xavier Worthy,
79 yards.
and the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Herbert. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2.
The Chargers will.
They'll look to throw. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action.
15.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
He'll drop this off to Pacheco.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Chargers' 47-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
1st down, Kansas
Another
City.
catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
14. And a first down.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Yellow.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Mahomes now to throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll motion out one of the tight ends.
Pacheco is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Now they'll throw with Mahomes.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
He'll try and do this himself.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Xavier Worthy.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is now 21-14.
Chargers 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Herbert. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
Now it's Herbert. Whipping running to Allen. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. A gain of 9. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Line.
Here's Herbert. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hampton. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Webb McConkey, 38 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now here's Mahomes. He'll find Tanner. That's complete. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Mahomes to throw once more.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. They'll set up to throw.
And Mahomes will do it himself. He's got his target. That's complete.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up first and goal.
Now Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Rasheed Rice in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? They'll put that all together, come out with something really strong, I believe.
He's got a man complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for L.A. And even 50 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 30-yard line.
That is incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on him when that ball's up for grabs.
Set. 380. Delta. Set. Ready.
Herbert now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Ready.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Under pressure, and he will go down. Set back at the 38.
Baylor Tiger. 12, 21. Set.
On 4th down, Herbert.
This one finds McConkey. And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they work his way across the 30 to the 32.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there. And he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 1. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. Third and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Mahomes will do it himself. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Arises on to punt here as he gets this one away. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Will Dissly, 69 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
And the Chargers first down.
Now Herbert off the bootleg. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. George Karlaftis now with his second sack here on opening night.
5-9, 5-9.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
59. Set.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and they have regained the lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Mahomes now to throw. That's caught right side by Worthy. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a first down, Chiefs.
Hey, 43.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Kansas City.
Xavier Worthy with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Chiefs have retaken a third-quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Some hitting going on now. This has been a game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Charger drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. Well, at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Ram.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. Oh, a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
A give right side for Pacheco.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Mahomes going to throw.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Handoff now for Pacheco. Nice little juke.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll be a pickup of 16 to the Chiefs' first down.
First down, Kansas City.
Here's Pacheco once again.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Pacheco.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right to the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Butker's kick here is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet. Okay, being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Across midfield. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was when you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and he showed why he was so coveted with that interception there.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
At the Chargers' 37-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he completes it to Hunt. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. Yeah, did that happen? Not great in your favor. There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Charger drive about to get going. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's complete. Lambert Smith. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. They'll check this one down to Hampton. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. Herbert off of play action. Wide open receiver complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Lion. Ready.
Herbert back to the air. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
2nd down, goal to go.
Set. Grenading. Set.
Herbert now. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Go.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
4th and goal.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Grenading. Go.
And he will get it across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A touchdown run there for the yard out. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco. Still on his feet. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
First and 10. And they're on 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Herbert. Finding Allen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And the Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing, Herbert. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Herbert to throw. That is caught. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And the Chiefs have got it. And with that, they should have a victory as well. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here
as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was